Okay, so today we're doing my unpopular art opinion. And before you go to the comments to write your angry reaction, hear me out. I think that we need to stop with this everything is a practice mentality. I know I probably look like this right now to you, but hear me out. Art, like anything else you would practice for, you are practicing to reach a goal, to improve, to show something for your practice. You would never join a sports team just to practice but never have any games because you want to show something for it. You're practicing towards an end goal. You don't have to reach a certain skill level before you start playing games. You practice throughout the process. I'm not saying in any way don't practice, but what I'm saying is a lot of artists, especially beginner artists, look at their skill level and what they want to make and say, I can't make that yet because I'm not skilled enough and I need to practice more. But I'd rather you just try and make it and practice through it and see what you need to improve on. You can always redo it later. Another thing is, if you're never pushing yourself to make a final piece, what are you going to know what you have to improve on? In this one, I started it with an idea to draw a pretty mermaid because I wanted to draw a pretty mermaid. But halfway through, I said, hey, I've been struggling with same face syndrome a lot in my art. Let's try and make these characters look different and their kid look like a mix of them because that's how genetics work. Third and foremost, I think with social media, such a big thing for beginner artists is how to improve as fast as possible. Which, don't get me wrong, yes, you want to improve. That's why you draw, that's why you practice. You want to get better end results. But if you're not loving what you're making and you're not enjoying the process, what are you practicing for? Sometimes just drawing what you want, drawing the pretty mermaid, drawing the flowy hair that makes no sense, drawing the glowy color scheme that makes no sense is what you need to do because you'll enjoy it for once. Art shouldn't always feel like a chore. Of course, there are times you're going to feel burned out and have art block. But if you're going and looking at your art and saying, I need backgrounds, my pieces feel incomplete. But going and practicing backgrounds sounds like a chore. But maybe making a piece that I want and adding a background sounds a little better. Then add the background and then blur it. Slowly work your way up. You don't have to spend 3 days drawing nothing but backgrounds. You're not going to enjoy it. A while ago, I decided I want to try and make a painterly background, but I also want to draw a cool dragon. So that's what I did. I drew a cool dragon and I gave it a cool background. Because if I would have just spent 30 minutes making that background, it would have looked terrible. I wouldn't have enjoyed it. And I wouldn't have spent the time making it fit the piece. I would have gave up after 5 minutes because there wasn't a cool dragon getting me to stick with it. That's another big thing. If you are not a professional artist, don't hold yourself up to professional artist standards. If I want to draw a cool dragon that will get me through my background practice, I'm going to draw a cool dragon. If I need to draw mermaids to practice not making my characters look the same in the same piece, then I'm going to draw cool mermaids. You can draw what you want while you're practicing. You're not a professional, so just love your art. Now that mini rant is out of the way, I just want you to look at how I rendered this dude's tail because it is so shiny and pretty and I love it. And I love drawing mermaids and mermen. It's so fun. And really, if you take anything from this video, just that maybe the fastest way to improve is to practice every day, but that might not be what you need at the moment. Maybe what you need is to fall back in love with art. Maybe what you need is to draw some cool mermaids. Maybe it's to draw a cool dragon. just enjoy the process. Cue epic outro music.